we got Mazda and Dory here, and Dory is needing surgery, so we're gonna take her up north, get that done, and she should be good to go. So the truck's leather takes center lane, everyone else normally just keeps to the left. If you want to mob all the way to the right, I think that's probably gonna be the best route. Copy. Alright, we're gonna go right. Stay tight. Woo! Yeah, baby! We're going to pick up the engine lift right now, and then... That's nice. We're not?
Nope. First we have to stop off at one auto parts shop, run clutch alignment tool. Then we go to a second auto parts shop and pick up a torque wrench. Then we go to Bellevue and buy mud flaps. Then we check out car parts in Linwood, and eventually we end up in Everett to pick up an engine hoist.
Right.
We are at 425 Motorsports in Bellevue. They are known for supplying race competition supplies. They aren't just some fancy little tuner shop. They actually have a lot of safety equipment in here. That's their specialty. They also do in-house modification, including full-scale roll cages and other race prep for your vehicle. They're very well known through the area. Michelle Miller also stops by here every once in a while from Dirtfish. The last time I was in here, he's like, "Oh yeah, Michelle was in here an hour ago." I was like, "What? Come on!" I would have said hello. Let's head on in.
Alright, thanks to the very kind donation from Eric, we have our engine crane. Getting gas, and then we're gonna just mob home and start this thing. And it's gonna get crazy. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. After getting the car up on jacks, our first challenge of the night was the air conditioning, vacuum tubes, and fuel lines, which all had to be disconnected to allow for the engine's removal.
Next up, the front bumper, radiator, and headlight assemblies were removed, at which time reshaping of the frame began in order to fix warping that had occurred from a previous incident.
Next came the exhaust headers, which were unbolted and removed from the bottom of the engine, and the engine mounts, which we were swapping out for Group N performance mounts. After which, we could start removing the 6 bell housing bolts that secured the engine to the transmission.
With the transmission and engine now ready to be separated, we needed a chain or strong rope to secure the engine to the engine crane. And with that, we were ready to pull the engine out of the vehicle. Alright, let's finish this job up.
With the engine removed, it was now time for the dreaded leakage report.
Oil leakage included cam cover caps, the rear main seal, oil separator plate, and head gasket. So we could use the impact screwdriver, but why not just use the tip of the impact screwdriver on the impact gun? Shit, not bad, eh?
To tackle the first source of the leakage, the old oil separator plate was removed, the surface cleaned, and then RTV had to be applied to the mating surface, and the new plate and screws installed.
With all of our repairs done, we began to reinstall the clutch and flywheel, having learned a little bit about torquing delicate engine components. Thomas and I later discovered that the most difficult part of the whole project was actually putting the engine back in. With the different group end motor mounts reinstalled and not knowing the exact procedure, it took us a little while to say the least.
After a long night of trial and error, we finally remounted the engine to the body and bolted it back up to the transmission. After several days, Dory was finally ready to leave the garage. We did a thing! Jeez, man. Nothing we can't do.